how are we? Welcome to another TikTok, Facebook, YouTube live. It is Monday, the second. I had to check. I always have to check. It is Monday, the 2nd of September. No, Monday the 2nd. I totally have to check. Monday, the 2nd of March. It's evening. How are we all? Are we all good? Are we all happy, healthy, well, smiling? How's your Monday been? Tell me all about it. Tell me what's going on. Excuse me. If you need to have a little vent or a little natter or a little sort of like, bloody hell, Leo, you'll never guess what's happened to me. I'm here for you. Tell me all about it. Remember, guys, this is also a weight loss live. If you want to ask any questions whatsoever, ask away. Likewise, if you're watching this back at a later date, which you can do on Facebook and YouTube, again, if you've got any questions, get in the comments, ask away. I've just hit 3,000 followers on YouTube, so thank you very much. To some people, it'll be absolutely nothing, the most minuscule of followers ever. But for me, it's a big deal. YouTube's a tough target, tough audience to crack to build up an organic growth on there. And I'm over, I think, 3,008 subscribers. So to every one of you that follows me on YouTube, thank you very much. To every one of you that doesn't follow me on YouTube, why don't you follow me on YouTube? Please go give me a little subscribe. YouTube is certainly one platform where the more followers you've got, the more YouTube kind of supports you. So as always, I would massively appreciate a little follow over there if you don't do already. So how's your Monday been? Mine's been really, I need to track my weigh whip that's going in. And I also need to track, I was going to wait and review him. I'll have to do a post review or something like that. I'm not doing a worth the calories this week. I've decided I spread myself a little bit too thin at times, trying to do so much content, especially with YouTube, because it takes up so much time. I love doing my YouTube content. I love doing longer format videos and stuff like that. But it just takes up. So I'm not going to do worth the calories every other week. Some weeks I'll do worth the calories, I'm not doing one this week. I'm having a bit of a chilled week. I'm having a full weekend off. Sweet and salty popcorn. I'm having a full weekend off, which I'm looking forward to. Ready for that. I am. There will be this week on YouTube weekly weight loss vlog. I've recorded that today. That'll be out tomorrow. What else will be out? Weekly weight loss vlog. New recipe. A new recipe will be out. Tray bake recipe. I made it ages ago, to be honest with you. And I've kept thinking, right, I need to do that for YouTube. And I never have done. Anyway, I've made it again today, this afternoon, and it needs a couple of tweaks. So I'm going to make it again on Wednesday. I know what tweaks it needs. I'm going to make it again on Wednesday, and then it'll go onto YouTube. So new recipe this week, and I might, if I've got time, do another podcast. Again, I enjoy doing my longer format videos. I genuinely do. And then I need to track my True Fruits, where Aldi's dupe. Let me put those in, and they're excellent, by the way. If you can get them, really, really good. Take them out of the freezer for. Take them out of the freezer. Where am I at now with calories here? 1891, and I'm happy having 2,000 today. 1891, happy having 2,000. Got 100 calories left. I might go granola on. Let's have a look at Aldi. I've got some of the Aldi protein granola. Where we're coming in with that for 100 for 20 grams. 20 grams of that. Put that into alcohol. No, not into alcohol. Yeah, put it into alcohol. It doesn't really matter. Right, anyway, I'm at 1,983 calories. Boom, that will do. All right. let's get back. Let's do top 5 on TikTok. So yes, I'm just under 2,000 calories today. I have set myself a target this week of averaging 2,100 calories a day, right? Which will have me spanking 2,500 going into weekend. Then I'm having a weekend off and I'm not tracking calories this weekend. So I set myself a target of 2,100, but I'm kind of thinking about doing 2,000 a day, somewhere up to 2,000 a day. I think that's rather than like trying it. Some days I'll have 1,600 really low, then other days I'm at 2,400. No, I'm setting myself an upper limit of 2,000 a day. So if I do 2,000 a day times 5, that will have me at where will that have me at? 2,000 a day will have me banking 3,000 calories going into the weekend. That'd be golden. That'd be golden. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. Faye's in at number 1. Steve's in at number 2. Lou's in at number 3. Cheryl's in at number 4. And Kelly C is in at number 5. Good evening, guys. You're my top 5 this evening. Thank you very much for jumping straight on the live, coming and saying hello. Oh, hang on. What's this? Oh, I need to look user on YouTube. Steph on YouTube. Hello. Let's see who else is in this evening. Steph GC is in. Diamond Becos. I like that, Becky. Diamond Becco. Is it Becco's? I'm at Becos. I just went very posh then. I am so shit at pronouncing stuff at times. Anyway, Becky's in. Good evening. Jackie's in as well. Just made a protein biscuit cheesecake for evening start. That sounds delicious. Hello again. Hello, Lynn. Any protein boxes left? Yes, there's 2 or 3. 2, I think. I think there's 2 left. Yes, if anyone would like to try a Boston protein box, I am waiting on one product, and I'll tell you why. I ordered the stock last week, and it arrived, and I've opened up all the boxes over the weekend to pack everything. And one of my suppliers has, I bought 24 or something, and they've sent me 1. So anyway, they have apologized. They've sent it out today, tracked 24 with, I'm just going to check now that it's gone. Track 24 with Royal Mail. So fingers crossed it'll be here tomorrow. If not, it will be Wednesday, but I will get, as soon as it's right, I built the boxes. All the boxes are built with 10 products in them. I just need this one product. Let me have a look. Yeah, so anyway, there we go. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for this one product to arrive. Once that one product's arrived, we're on. I'll sort the box out. It's always a bit of a nightmare when things are at the weekend. Right, let me. Right, anyway, right, there we go. Even though just got my 12,500 steps, brilliant, Louise. Went to my second Pilates class today, really enjoyed it. Nice little add-on to what I already do. How do you find it, Faye? Do you find like I'm actually, if you would like some uninteresting information about me, I am a Pilates qualified instructor. I have never ever instructed it in my life, but I have got my Pilates qualification, so I could instruct it. I did those qualifications 8 years ago. 8 years ago, and I've never used them once. So yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. But anyway, how do you find it, Fane? Let me know. Do you find? I always found with Pilates, it's one of those where it's like, oh, that was all right. And the next day, you can be really quite sore depending on what positions you get in. Do my first ever Couch to 5K run today. Brilliant, Stevie. I'm going to start. Jane's going to start Couch to 5K. Everyone's Couch to 5K. Is that because the weather? I think that's because the weather's getting better. Jane, good evening. I'm scanning up, seeing if I've missed anything. I don't know if I have. Anna, good evening. Good evening, Anna. Can you send the link over the challenge live you did? Yes, I can. I will. If anyone wants the link to the challenge live to watch it back, WhatsApp me and I'll ping it over to you, but I'll also put it in the WhatsApp announcements group. I'll do it tomorrow, though. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll stick it in the WhatsApp announcements group tomorrow. And then I'm going to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Possibly, I'm going to try maybe Wednesday. Maybe might do it tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to do. No, it'd be Wednesday. I'll do it. I'm going to do it on Wednesday, actually. Wednesday, we've got the Everything Weight Loss session at 12:30. And then I might do it like Wednesday tea time-ish, like 4 till 5 or 5 till 6. I'm going to do another live about the challenge, but it will just be for the people that have entered the challenge, because it's basically going through all the details of it, the ins and outs of it. I'm going to do a lot of work on the challenge tomorrow. Get it all. You'll get a message off me tomorrow, just asking for any pre-book dates or anything like that you have. And then I'm going to get everyone's challenges set up. The plan is to get everyone's challenges set up tomorrow. Sort all the bits and pieces out, do a live regarding the challenge just for people that have entered the challenge on Wednesday, and then Thursday is to get everyone's challenge set up in an email and pinged out. Basically, that's kind of the way it's going. I'm off this weekend, and you've all started. Well, not all of you. Some of you are starting on Monday, so you definitely. Now, don't get me wrong. If I end up a little bit behind this week, everyone that's starting on Monday, you will definitely have your challenge ready to go. If I don't get your challenge out, I'll get it out next week for you, because you're not starting till a week. Some of you aren't starting till the 16th anyway, so it's not imperative you get it. But sometimes I just like to get them all out together in case you end up in the chat groups and having a little natter about them and stuff like that, you know. Surprise myself with the ability. I just struggle most with the side plank stuff. Yeah, it's really hard. That side planks are really hard. I mean, it's all sort of body weight stuff. You use a ball as well, but brilliant. And it is really good. It is definitely something a little bit different. And it's quite, like I say, it's quite genteel, but absolutely knackering all at the same time. I don't know how to describe it unless you've not done Pilates, but it is really, a lot of people think it's dead easy. It really isn't. So how's my day gone today? I will say this: Monday, it's a new weight loss week. Lay the foundations for a good weight loss week. If you have a good Monday, that can lead into a good Tuesday, and then it sort of rolls on. Like I say, I've sort of got my eye on the prize of this weekend. This weekend is the first weekend of 2026 where it's going to be a calorific weekend. I've got a christening, and the christening is it's going to be a little bit of a boozy one, because there's a bit of a do afterwards, and we're at a social club, and I've not had a beer yet in 2026. That's going to be my first beer of 2026. And then rumor has it, once the christening and the christening celebrations are all done, grandparents of certain children, certainly whose christening it is, and close relatives, are going to take the kids, and parents and friends of parents who are going to go out for a little out for a few more drinks. It won't be a late do, because it's an early start. I will like to be at home with a kebab on the sofa for 7:30. 7:30 is my target, to be home for 7:30, which would be perfect, and just sort of chop my way a bit drunkenly through a kebab. I'm going to pace myself. I'm not going to get drunk, but I will be a little bit tipsy. And then Sunday will be a bit of a hangover day. I've not had a beer for 10 weeks, so yeah, it'll probably hit me a little bit. A little bit of a hangover day Sunday, which I'm not. Do you know what? I've absolutely loved. Just honestly, I don't miss having a beer at all. It's funny. It's a weird one to talk about, because I enjoy the taste of beer. I do not miss getting drunk or being hungover in any way. In any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I'm not really and to be honest with you, I'm like, you know, when you like buzzing. I've been buzzing for this for ages, because it's just, there's a few mates I've not seen for ages that I'm going to see, and it's going to be a laugh, and we'll put the world to rights, and this, that, and the other, and yeah. But as we're getting closer to it, I'm like, I don't know if I can be bothered drinking. I know that sounds, and I will drink. Don't worry, we'll have a few beers, but I'm like, I just don't know if I can be bothered. But anyway, that's this weekend. So we're still banking this week. We're going to keep very, very mindful. Try and bank as many calories as we can, and then yeah. But Saturday, Sunday, I'm not tracking. If I can take 3,000 calories into the weekend, I burn 3,500 calories a day. So take 3,500 calories. Saturday, 3,000. That's 7. If I bank 3, I've got 10,000 calories for the whole weekend, which is no, that'd be it. I'll have 10,000 calories for the whole weekend, and if I stick to those 10,000 calories, I'm still going to end the week in a maintenance. I'm not going to gain any body fat from that. So yeah, so if I do 2,000 a day, Monday to Friday, and then no, I'll be more than a deficit. I'll have more than that. Why is my head? No, if I was going to maintenance, so if I did 10,000 this weekend and I eat 10,000 a day, 2,000 a day, I'll eat 20,000 calories. I'll still be in a 4,000 calorie deficit, of course, because I'm banking 600. But technically, if I bank 500-600 a day and my maintenance is 3,000. If I eat I'm having 2,000 calories today, that means I'm 1,500 calories under my maintenance today. Yeah, but I don't really want to work to maintenance calories, but I don't mind being over my ideal deficit. But I won't know because I'm not tracking. I will know because I just know where I'm at normally when I'm on like a bit, more calorific weekends. But, I should still end up. I'll definitely be in a maintenance. I'll have 14,000 calories this weekend. I'd have to eat more than that to not be in a maintenance to gain it. So that's not happening. Now, don't get me. That's why I'm at 10,000. I'll tell you why I'm at 10,000 for the weekend to stay within a maintenance, because I'm not counting in my shakes. I nearly dropped them out this week. I thought, let's not do shakes this week because you're going out this weekend. But nope, I've had my 2 today. Actually, I'm lying there. I've had 1 shake, and then I've had a goodness shake that I bought from Tesco. So protein's still proper decent. Where I'm at protein-wise today, according to my app, I am at 173 grams of protein. But with my shake, I'm at like 240 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. That is a lot of protein. Anyway, Michael Parker, I've got 300 calories left today. Do I bank or get a snack? Michael, eat intuitively. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we snack, not because we need it, not because we're hungry, but because we just fancy some crisps, fancy a bit of chocolate, or fancy a bit of fruit, or fancy a bit of a yogurt, or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? But you've just got to ask yourself sometimes, do I need anything else? Do I need it? Do I want to bank it? So for me personally, this week, if I was sat there and I'm asking that question, I don't need it. If I'm asking the question, I've got 300 calories left today, do I bank or get a snack? You don't need it, right? If you were like, I've got 300 calories left today, I wanted to bank them, but I'm really hungry, I'd be like, eat, make yourself a yogurt bowl, make yourself a poached egg on toast, or just make yourself something that's going to fill you up a little bit, have a protein shake or something like that. The fact you're asking the question and you're unsure is you don't need to eat. Now, for me personally, this week, because I'm trying to bank some extra calories for the weekend, I'd be like, nah, not happening. Don't need it. I'm not eating. Even if I fancy a snack tonight, I'm not having it. Normally I would. That's the beauty of the way I look at food, and I don't over restrict myself. But no, because that's 300 calories towards the weekend. But it's when you say you've got 300 calories, Michael, is that so? Michael's one of my one-to-one clients. I've set you your daily calories, daily average, and then Monday to Friday a bit lower, so you've got a few more Saturday, Sunday. Are you 300 left of your daily average, or are you 300 left of the calories that I recommend you have on a Monday? Right. So where are you at with that? I went over my calories for last week by 250. Not the worst, but felt ravenous at the weekend. It happens. Did manage 90,000 steps over the 2 days, though, as feel it balances out. Yeah, Jez, it's one of them. 250 is nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's neither here nor there. right? It really, really isn't. And, you know, if you're going over your calories, I've had a couple of clients actually message me. You're number 3 today. Like, they've not had the best of weeks last week and they ended up going over their ideal deficit. And I'm like, got over your ideal deficit. You're still well in a deficit. You're still losing body fat. And what we've got to appreciate is this time of year, you know, I'm a big advocate for weight loss breaks, and I'm going to do a live on weight loss breaks next week. That's going to be next week's live. It's going to be the weight loss break live. I normally do 2 or 3 a year, to be honest with you. And why I'm going to do it next week is we're just 2 weeks out of Easter holidays. I think, or does Easter? I assume actually Easter holidays will start because it's Easter's early. I assume Easter holidays, do they start right at the beginning of April? So like Good Friday is the 3rd. Do the kids break up on the 2nd? So Easter weekend, and then there's 2 weeks after Easter weekend of kids' holidays? Or is it a week before and a week after? Is it a week before? Is it like, you know, like the first week of April, last week of March, first week of April, and then because we're going to Benidorm on the 15th of April. I never thought that. We're going to Benidorm on the 15th of April. And yeah, I break up on the 2nd. So that's the Wednesday. When do you go back? Because like we go to Benidorm on the 15th of April, and the flights were like 135 quid for decent flights. They weren't expensive. So ours is week before and week after. Wales is always a week earlier than the UK generally. Scotland's 2 weeks earlier. Wales is generally a week earlier. Anyway, I'm going to do the live next week because Easter is like the first big break of the year, right? And it's when some people decide it's the first holiday. It's when they're going to have the first weight loss break. But what we have to accept is we are 10 weeks out of Christmas now. This is like there's 5 weeks of January pretty much, 4.4 weeks of Jan. There's 4 weeks of, so like 9 weeks. This is week 10-ish of the year. And if you've been on it for 10 weeks, you're going to be getting ready for a weight loss break. And I think that's why people now are going to struggle a little bit unless they have a weight loss break. I'm having one this weekend. This week is, don't get me wrong, I'm having what I call a semi-weight loss break, right? Where I'm still tracking for most of the week. I'm still on it. I'm still mindful, and I'm having 2 days off. If I was having a full weight loss break, I wouldn't track a single calorie this week. I'd just do what I wanted. But I'm just having a semi-weight loss break, as it were. Anyway, I'll go into it because a lot of you guys are new to plan, and I'll go into it next Tuesday. Can we eat too much protein? No. My new check said I went over my protein target today, even though it was only 10 grams over it. No, and don't look at your protein goals. Don't look at anything like that. You don't need to worry about macronutrients. The only people that really need to worry about consuming 10 grams is nothing. But the only people that really need to worry about eating, and I don't mean what your NutriCheck sets your protein at, I'm talking about eating ridiculous amounts of protein, is people that have kidney issues, all right? Because your kidneys filter protein. So, you know, if someone's on dialysis, yeah, you ain't having a high protein diet. No. That's going to cause you a lot of issues. If you've got one kidney that functions 100%, you can still, or you should still be able to have a high protein diet. Maybe consult your GP, of course. I've got a couple of mates that have got one kidney and they're into the training and they eat ridiculous amounts of protein and it causes them no issues whatsoever. But no, you can't eat. Concentrate on 2 numbers for weight loss. One's calories, one's steps. Don't worry about everything else. Doesn't mean we shouldn't prioritize protein. We should. But prioritizing and being and counting are 2 different things. All right, they are two different things. Right, let me back to school on the 20th. So we are actually going to Benidorm in Easter holidays. Not that I'm not bothered about going to Benidorm in Easter holidays, but I just thought I wonder why the flights were so cheap. But maybe it's because it's April. Maybe it's April. Saying that though, but the weather in Benidorm in April is decent. I never even thought of that. Anyway, and it is different around the country. Different school times break. You know, obviously it's different in Scotland, different Wales, this and other, but it is different also in different parts of the UK. So there we go. What are my plans after this weekend then? Nothing. What will I do to compensate that I'm having a weight loss break next week? Nothing. I'll just get back to a normal journey from Monday. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. Need to check my booty back up, tracking my calories as normal, and then it'll be head down until we go to Benidorm. Now, the only thing I've decided with Benidorm is we go on a Wednesday. So I'm not tracking Wednesday, not tracking Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Right? And we come back on the Sunday, and then Monday I'm back to work because I will have check-ins to do. All right. So I'm kind of in my head now. So I'm having a little weight loss break this week, just not tracking Saturday, Sunday. Then I'm going to be back. Then I'm going to be on it all the way up to going to Benidorm on the 15th. What I have thought about today is, do I take that week off? Do I take that week off? First full weight loss break. So Monday, Tuesday. Now, don't get me wrong, Monday, Tuesday, I'll still be mindful. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still doing my spin class on the Monday night, on the Tuesday night. So I won't be going rags with my calories whatsoever. So in that one side of me is like, well, you might as well track then. But the other side of me is like, well, sometimes you need to step away from things. And it just works out quite well because we're going to Benidorm Wednesday to Sunday. If I didn't track Monday, Tuesday, I've had 7 days off, and then I'll be back to it. We get back from Benidorm on the Sunday, bang, Monday come in, bang, tracking again, straight back into it. So I was like, that might work out quite. So I might have a full week off then. And then it'll just be head down again until next holiday, really. Let me scan down. I don't think I've missed anything at all. Is this check-in on Friday with the challenge or the next 2 weeks check-in? Hang on. Is this check-in on Friday with the challenge? No, this check-in. So the Boss Your Weight Loss Challenge, you need to be a member of my one-to-one plan. All right. If you're not a member of my one-to-one plan, why are you not a member of my one-to-one plan? TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. If you are sat there crying into your lettuce and your grilled chicken tonight, hating life, hating weight loss, hating the way you look in the mirror, it doesn't need to be that way. Come get signed up to my one-to-one plan. We will sort it out for you. And if you sign up to my one-to-one plan before Wednesday, you can join the Boss Your Weight Loss Challenge as well. But the challenge starts on Monday. Right, so there is nothing challenge based or anything like that. If you join the challenge, so if your check-in is this week, right, you are group 1 of the challenge. You start on Monday, and your first challenge check-in will be 2 weeks on Friday, which will be what we're on today: 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 20th. So the 20th of March will be your first challenge check-in, right? And that's it. And then you've got six challenge check-ins. The only difference between a normal check-in and a challenge check-in is I need a picture of you stood on the scales. So not you waving at me like, hey Neil, I'm on the scales. The scales are here. I know you can't see it, but no, I need a picture of your feet and the number on the scales, just as evidence that that's what your current weight is. And then you take screenshots of your steps, screenshots of your calories, and you ping those over to me. And then you send your measurements in, and you've got to, you need to send all your data in. If you don't send all your data in, you will miss out on some points. All right. But the first one of those is the 20th. And then if you're group 2 of the challenge, that'll be the week after. But you will know by tomorrow whether you're group 1, whether you're group 2. A couple of people, we've moved dates around a little bit, so I'll be in touch with you, and we'll sort it all out. It's the first time I've gone over when on maintenance. All right, okay, I get it. Yeah, of course, Jez, you've moved to maintenance. For some reason, I'm finding it harder having more available calories than when I was in a deficit. It seemed much easier to stick to them. Really interesting that, and I get it. So Jez is in my community, and he's basically said he's moved to maintenance calories. He's got to his goal, which is fantastic. And he's finding it harder to stick to maintenance calories than it is to stick to deficit calories. And I'll tell you why. You'd think it'd just be dead easy, wouldn't you? Oh, I got more calories. Brilliant. I think what the reason is, it's just a change of routine. It's just a change of routine. We're very much set in our ways, eating a certain amount of calories. and you just get used to it. Like, I eat 2,600 calories a day at the moment, and that's one of the reasons why, although I'm increasing my protein, I'm just doing it through 2 shakes, or trying to do it through 2 shakes a day, and not tracking it, because I'm just used to eating 2,000. I don't want to upset the apple cart, because I'm going to go back into a deficit at the end of April, or my normal deficit at the end of April. And I think it's that old mentality for some people. When we get given an inch, we can take a mile. And I just don't think it's as routine or as regimented when you're used to eating. It's just like taking a maintenance. When I take a maintenance week, like this week technically is a maintenance week, but it's not, because I'm not tracking at the weekend. Right. But if I was to say, right, I'm going to track all for 7 days this week, but I'm going to have a maintenance week because I'm out for a big meal on Saturday night and it's my birthday on Sunday and this, that, and that. I'm going to track, I'm going to be accountable, but I want more calories. You feel like, even though it's your maintenance calories, it's the calories you burn. It's nothing crazy. You feel like you have so much more freedom. And that extra freedom, it can just run away with us a little bit. So it's just a case, Jez, of getting used to it. It'll just, old routine or new routines will soon become old routines. But obviously, if you're currently sticking to maintenance calories and then you go over maintenance calories, that's when you end up in surplus calories. And when you end up in surplus calories, that's when we can gain some fat back. So we've just, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. And don't be panicking now this week. Oh, no, I was 250 over last week, so I'll go 250 under this week. You don't need to do that. Right? It's 250 calories. It wouldn't even register on a set of scales in terms of body fat gain. It wouldn't even touch the sides. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it is. It's just anything where it's a change. It'll just send us a little bit west at times. It will. It'll just send us a little bit west at times. But you've only been doing it for a couple of weeks, so you'll get a few weeks, haven't you? So it'll sink in. It really, really will. A lot of people are scared of moving to maintenance calories. It's a weird one, really. I've been coaching for 5 years in May, and it's only in the last, and I suppose this is just whether I've worked with clients that have had a lot of weight to lose, so it's took them a couple of years, or I've just had clients that have come on board that have just done really, really well, or whatever. But last year, and my coaching's improved. I'm not going to sit here and say it was perfect when I started 5 years ago. It's massively different now to what it was 5 years ago. It'll be massively different again in 5 years' time. But I've got a lot of clients that are like getting the, hit goal, and that's the whole point, isn't it? And it's like the end of a journey. It's not, because your journey will always continue. You've got to keep your eye on the prize, your eyes on the ball. But yeah, it's a funny one. It is. It's been a learning curve for me as a coach to have to, I'm coaching. I coach a variety. I'm coaching just like standing clients, as it might be. I'm coaching clients that are on the weight loss jabs. I'm coaching clients that are maintenance. And I actually thought, when I first started coaching, I thought, when your clients get to maintenance, they'll just fly the nest, and that'll be it. And then you take someone else on. It's not been the case. I think a lot of you guys, because you're so I think a lot of my clients are like, oh my God, I never even thought I'd hit maintenance. And again, it's a new learning curve because we've never done it before. You've worried about your weight for years and years and been frustrated and stressed about how much you currently weigh and why the scales don't move. And suddenly, I'm working with someone that's actually answering the questions and giving me a weight loss plan that I can stick to and be consistent with. And suddenly, I've lost 10 pounds, then I've lost 20 pounds, now I've lost 40 pounds, now I've lost 70 pounds, now I've lost 100 pounds. I'm 7 stone down. I want to lose another stone. You lose another stone. Bang, you hit it, and then it's like, what do I do now? It's a bit of a fear. It's fear of the unknown. It is fear of the unknown. It's a reason why people self-sabotage. I wanted to do a live on self-sabotage. That will be, let me write down. Where's my pads? Let me get my pad out here. So I've got lives this week, weight loss coaching lives. We are doing tomorrow the plan, right? The Bosch weight loss plan. I'm going to talk how the Boss Your Weight Loss Plan, the plan itself is very self-explanatory. There's a lot of information in there for you to read through, and it's fully explained. But I'm going to reiterate it for you how exactly you should approach the plan. So we're doing that one, and then on Thursday's live it's not just about calories. So I'm going to talk about how calorie counting is how we control energy balance. Energy balance is what determines our fat levels, right? That's it. Really, really simple. But they're the most important. They are number one. But we do have to understand it's not just about calories in, calories out. That is how we get fat loss, right? We need to be in what we would call a positive energy balance or a negative energy balance. No, I think positive would be a deficit, negative would be a surplus. But however the way you want to look at it, we have to consume less calories than we burn. But when I say it's not just about calories, it's not just about going, I used to eat 2 Chicago town pizzas every night for my tea and, a big pile of oven chips. Now I'm calorie counting. I have 1 Chicago town pizza and half a big pile of oven chips. And, I track it and it fits with my calories and all good. I'm not saying you can't lose weight like that. Of course you can. But, we do have to accept, obesity causes ridiculous hormone imbalances. Those hormone imbalances directly won't stop you losing fat as long as you're in a deficit, but those hormone imbalances might stop you being consistent enough to go into a deficit, right? So there's lots of other things that we need to tackle other than just calorie counting. Yeah, calorie counting is the main tool to control energy balance. And then next, so it's not just about calories. So that's Thursday's live. Next week's live, weight loss breaks. We'll do that. There's only one next week, and then the week after, when there's 2. We'll do self-sabotage. We'll do a self-sabotaging live. I've not done one of those for ages. Obviously, my lives get repeated at times. Topics get repeated because they need to be, So we've got some really good topics coming up in the community. We'll also have the Everything Weight Loss sessions. Remember, this week's Everything Weight Loss session is dinner time again. Next week's is going to be evening, and then the week after we'll be on a morning because that is when Stacey is coming back from Turkey, and hopefully she'll be in Istanbul airport able to come and say hello to us after her. So one of my clients, Stacey, she's worked with me for about three or so years. She's smashed her weight loss. She's got to goal and more. And her next step isn't, she's past the maintenance phase and working on the maintenance stuff. Her next step is in 2 weeks' time. She's flying to Istanbul for full skin removal surgery. So she's getting a full 360 everything. She's having full skin removal surgery. So when she's coming back after a surgery, she's going to Turkey to have it done, which I do not blame her, as it is £10,000 cheaper in Turkey than it is in the UK. We're gonna have a chat to her in the airport and just see how she's got on. Really, that's what we're gonna have a natter about. So that'll be in a couple of weeks, and then the only time off currently that I've got booked in for Everything Weight Loss sessions is, like I say, the mid-April, so another 5 weeks away. I'm actually going to have a week off that week. When I say I'm going to have it, because I'll just be ready for a good break by then. So although I'm not away till Wednesday, I'm pretty much going to have the week off. So there'll be no lives that week. I'm going to do social media lives like this Monday morning, evening, and then I'll do a Tuesday morning social media live, and that'll be me. There's going to be no weight loss coaching lives that week, no Everything Weight Loss sessions that week. I'm not even doing check-ins that week. My laptop's staying at home. I want you all to still check in on the Friday, but I'm going to do everyone's check-in on the Monday. All right, so it'll all be done on the Monday. You can still get in touch with me if you need to get in touch with me. That's fine. But I'm going to do double check-in. So I'll do Monday will be a check-in day, and then Friday will be a check-in day. I still might take my laptop. Rachel's like, take it, because if you don't take it, you'll be sat in the room going, I could have done an hour worth of check-ins this morning. But anyway, you're stuck with us now, Neil. Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind. I absolutely love what I do. I love my job. I really, really do. So yeah, I'm more than happy. You're stuck with me. I'm stuck with you. Right, I'm going to sign off in a minute. You guys are quite quiet, and I'm tired as well. So if there's not loads of questions coming in and not a lot to talk about, I will mooch off and have an early night. I need to go and grab a shower. I will be back tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 till 9:30 tomorrow morning. And then 10:30 will be the Everything Weight Loss session. Not Everything Weight Loss session, sorry. 10:30 will be the first weight loss coaching live. Everything Weight Loss this week will be 12:30 on Wednesday. And the second weight loss coaching live of the week will be Thursday at 4 p.m. So get all those in your diary, and then there'll be no lives until Monday. Right? Yeah, that's me. I'm out. I'm going to go grab a shower, and then I'm going to go have my Way Whip bowl, and I'm going to get in bed. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, whatever you are doing. And I shall be back sat here in 12 hours' time. 12 hours' time, I'll be sat here answering any questions that you might have and having that. So I'll see you in the morning. TikTok, I'll sign up to you first. Good night. And Facebook, YouTube, I'll sign off to you guys second. Have a good evening, and I will see you in the morning about 8:30 a.m.